Hello everybody, welcome to Fruitful Trees. Today on the show I'm going to show you another fruit tree that I have that I don't think I featured this tree on the show before, and it is one that I'm recommending people get here in South Florida. It's not easy to find, but it's worth it. Now I've had a different variety of this tree that I took out, and a lot of houses in Florida have a hedge made of this tree. But this is a special one. This is something different, this variety. The tree I'm talking about today is a Suriname Cherry, or Suriname Cherry. I'll put in the bottom here the spelling of it. But typically, they're used on a lot of landscaping here in Florida as a hedge. And the berries are red, on the red side. I'm going to show you now. This is one of my neighbor's yards. And they have a hedge, but this hedge is not in any way shaped up. So if you let the hedge go out of shape, this is what it looks like. But this is a Suriname Cherry tree. And as you can see, the cherries on there are red, and they really don't taste well. Every now and then you'll get a dark one, even darker than this, that'll taste really nice. But for the most part, these don't taste too well. But this whole wall here is Suriname cherries, and most places keep it nice, like a nice hedge. And I had a whole hedge of this in my place, but I took it all out because I don't like these. Not only do they don't taste great, but they're like a snack. They're not a meal. So another problem is if you go to a community, like an apartment complex where they have these, they're usually not like this. They're really formed and nice, but they spray them as well. So when you see a nice hedge, it usually has some type of spray. Now, they do make a great hedge, but I don't want a hedge unless it's edible and something I can eat, preferably not as a snack, but preferably as something better than a snack. But here is what I'm looking at today. This is my house here, and this wasn't meant to be a hedge. I went to Walter Zill's house, and he had one Suriname cherry, and it took over like a big bush, and it had special berries on there. These berries, this is a Suriname cherry. This one's not even fully ripe yet. This berry here is a Zill's Black Suriname Cherry, and the berries are black. So there you go. Or is it? Oh, so there. So the berries are black on this one, or they're not really black. They're like a deep purple. But what a difference it makes! So that is what I'm so excited about. I've had this tree in the ground about 2 years, and I just got to taste one of these, and the berry was big and delicious. And it was a little windy, and I tasted it yesterday. There was a truck right here, but I'll show you that. But it was big and delicious. I was so impressed with the flavor, the taste, and I could just munch on these forever. These things are like, to me, pistachios. You know, you can't stop eating pistachios once you start. Well, I couldn't stop eating these when they were even bad, but when I tasted this good one, I was like, wow, this is delicious. All right, so this is my neighbor's yard, and he has one of these trees actually in a ground longer than I do, and you see how nice and big it is, and you can see the tree's flowering right now. Some beautiful flowers on there. So this tree is about to take off, and it's a nice, good size. Again, it will grow to maybe a 5 or 10 foot tree if you let it. Most people keep it as a hedge. And so what they'll do is, if you want to keep it as a hedge, you plant one here, and maybe a couple of feet over, 3 feet over, maybe plant another one 3 feet over, and you plant them, and you just keep trimming it like a hedge. Now, Florida is loaded with this particular tree. Like I said, a lot of landscapes at home associations use that. And at one point, if you look at my previous videos, this whole fence here wasn't here. It was just one giant hedge of the red Suriname cherries all the way back to over there. It was one giant hedge, and I couldn't wait to get rid of it. I'm so glad I did. But before I tasted the black one, and the black one is truly amazing. So that's really, really exciting. And then I'm going to show you one more that my neighbor has right here. This one is loaded as well. Look at that. He actually says he has another in the back I got to go check out. So it's flowering season now. I think they flower several times a year. And now by the look of this, it doesn't look like the black one. This one looks like the red one. It's clearly red. So this one might not be the one, the black one. So maybe he grew this from a seed and it came out that way. Maybe it is, but Suriname Cherry. All right, so this is another area here that I have that I could potentially put a hedge. And I have my big white zapote here, so that might grow over and shade it, so I'm not sure. And I leave this spot, usually this space is a parking spot, but a hedge against the fence won't affect it at all. And I was so impressed with this taste of this that I went out and I purchased yesterday. I went to Leaf in West Palm Beach, 3 more trees from Zill's. And here you have it, that's the name. Black Surinam Cherry. These are 3 gallons, and you know, like I said, in about 2 years I'm gonna have these somewhere. Now I gotta find a space for these. No rush to get them in the ground, but I definitely recommend these. Even though they're a snack food, they are worth it. All right, so that is what I'm recommending. You get in the ground somewhere, some way. I got to do more research about how much sun it takes. I think it takes some shade, but what a delicious option. Really good, more than just a snack food, because you can get full from them if the tree's loaded. I remember when I was at Zill's, Walter Zill's, he had one in front of his house and it was delicious. All right, if you've had Suriname Cherry, if you tried it or not, let me know. Put your questions below, your comments below. Thank you, and keep growing.